Hello star souls and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. I hope you will enjoy this one. So pick a card reading, you guys. This one is gonna be it is actually the most voted from my poll. We're going to be doing messages from the other side. What beings and what messages want to come through, want to connect with you from the other side. This could be spirit guides, passed on loved ones. I will try to focus on mediumship to channel passed on loved ones, but it really can be any being, entity on the other side. So stay open-minded, pick your piles intuitively, take your time, channel if you want to meditate, whatever it is that you need to do, as always. And basically we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Super easy, quick decision, right? So go into the timestamps and go to your pile. Okay, pile 1. So you guys, I suggest you sit comfortably because I'm going to take my time. I have my water with me because I feel like the channeling might get a little intense. So since you're also interacting with this energy, get a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, a cup of water. You really want to make this reading interactive, okay? So take it just slightly seriously by doing little things that can support you energetically as well. Although it's a general collective reading, outside and beyond time and space, we are all connected. So let's get into it. We have a lot of cards. We're going to start off with these ones. Conflict and defeat, emotional loss, partnerships and alliances. Now, okay, who is trying to contact you from the other side? First of all, I'm getting a relatively young person. I'm getting a friend who passed on, or a colleague. With these cards here, actually intuitively here I'm getting someone's child, someone's son is what I'm picking up on very strongly. It almost feels like someone here passed away before it was meant to, before they were, I don't know, old enough for someone to consider their passing normal. It was kind of shocking. For some of you, this can be a father or an uncle, but once again, even if it's an adult, it is someone who passed away relatively young. Actually, for you guys, only for this pile, because I channeled some names and I wrote it on a piece of paper. I channeled a Russian name, Dmitry. I channeled Leonor and the letter M. Could stand for Martin, whatever. But I really actually picked upon someone from Russian ethnicity. And I also picked upon, this is I don't think it's a person who passed away. It's either an ancestor or a spirit guide. This feels like... this almost feels like a spirit guide that was once incarnated in Hawaii or some of the islands. I really see an island soul that connects with some of you here. This person is definitely helping you connect more with your heart chakra, heal any emotional losses that have occurred, but not only in terms of losing a person physically, but also like parting ways with someone just because both of you had different pathways, not necessarily like physical death separated you here. So there is a guide that connects with islands, and if you feel connected to a specific island, to a specific territory, especially a tropical territory, I would say. I want you to know that you have a guide from that place, maybe a person who was incarnated in that place in ancient times, someone who, this guide connects with the sun. Actually, for those of you who are more into esoteric stuff, I'm gonna mention this guide helps souls transition through the sun into other stellar systems, into other solar systems. This guide is very celestial, although I feel like it feels like a feminine energy. She's probably taken incarnations on Earth. A message that it's coming here is, especially if this is like a family, if any of the messages I mentioned resonate with a family member that you lost or a close friend, this person really, from the other side, wants you to cease any conflicts, any disputes, because what I'm hearing is this is very ancestral for the lineage to have disputes between two different lineages. If you are the child, or if you are kind of like in between two different lineages from your mom and dad, or from yours and your husband's, something like that. This spirit is saying that these disputes are karmic, ancestral, and that the passing actually was meant to activate empathy within all of you so that you can unite. And this spirit has a really deep desire to and deeply encourages you to cease conflicts and make amends, extend forgiveness, extend generosity in that sense, of forgiving someone, and just really create a heartfelt bond with someone that you couldn't see yourself having that bond with. I see someone here might be working in the health care field, in the some of you might be like working with elderly people or people who have any issues with movement, yeah, who struggle with moving their bodies, maybe who struggle with walking or who cannot walk. I think that some of you might be working with people who really need help due to health. And your guides are actually, those of you who are in that field, your guides are encouraging you to continue doing this, and they're saying how important it is. And really, you, oh my gosh, whoa, the candle went out. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. They are really clapping for you, you know. Every time you extend help and generosity, you are healing. It's almost like you're healing even those relatives or loved ones on the other side. Although they are on the other side, some of you might be helping people who struggle with the same things your loved ones on the other side struggled before they passed. And this is creating like a really positive shift, both for their soul and yours, of course. And here another thing that I'm getting is you're being held by your spirit guides really strongly when it comes to letting go of the soul of your loved ones, letting go and letting them transition into either the next lifetime, the next the next dimension, etc. Because some of you, I see, due to actually conflict in the family, certain spirits here are showing me how they had to stay around the house, around the people, around their family members, because their family members had disputes right after their passing. And it's highly encouraged for you, for that very reason, to release disputes and to extend forgiveness, because this way the spirits of your loved ones will be able to transition. Actually, they are right now working with certain angels and beings who are assigned to help them transition, to help them incarnate in the next proper place and time for them, but they cannot do it, and a piece of them is being held back. So yeah, it is very important for you to let go. And I see that for many of you, letting go will take place by either changing the house or maybe establishing great change in your life in general. Such change that I'm not saying erase the memory of your loved ones, not at all, but sometimes we can get stuck and it can become unhealthy. And I see that many of you will be guided to establish great changes in your life, almost like opening a brand new chapter with 5-5, and number 3 is something about studying, really starting a new hobby, a new job, something that kind of makes you feel like you give those spirits on the other side a chance to have a new life, and you give yourself a chance as well to have a new life. And once again, it's not about erasing them, forgetting them, or whatever. It's really about surrendering and letting them go. Judgment, okay. And heart, beauty, tiferet. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. So, okay. Some of you who connect with Egyptian culture, the goddess Ma'at is working with you, and the spirits on the other side. There are contracts here that are being dissolved in order for both of you to continue your separate ways. Once again, with Tiferet, something that I mentioned before is being confirmed, that the heart chakra is being activated. Now, many of you are having great awakenings due to this loss, okay? Due to this emotional loss. There is a great awakening to your abilities, to your potential. Some of you are actually developing your psychic senses. But many of you will be called once again to help people heal themselves, working in the health field, in the health industry, or through psychology or energy healing. Just healing people is big here. Indeed, you're being guided to make a huge decision in terms of who you are. It's almost like this loss has helped you discern who you truly are and who you want to be. Maybe you've been living, I don't want to say a small life, but you haven't been living up to your potential prior to the loss of this person or these people. Actually, what I'm getting is someone you lost is now your guardian. Part of this transition I was talking about, for some of you, your loved one is transitioning into a higher dimensional being who is becoming like a guardian, like a gatekeeper, if you will. But they are also very protective of you. They are saying that they are definitely removing unhealthy or toxic relationship from your life, something that has to do with love. They're cutting off your connection with someone romantic wise. Here is what I'm seeing, because I'm hearing they were poison for your heart, and I no longer want to allow this to happen. It's like they gave you free will because they want you to learn. This person could have had Libra placements, or Cancer placements is what I'm getting. Virgo as well is coming through. I'm sorry, I just channeled more than one zodiac sign, but so Libra, Cancer, and Virgo, but specifically Libra and Cancer. And this spirit is saying that they have allowed you to, you know, learn your lessons, basically, make mistakes, but they no longer see any purpose behind a specific connection in your life, and they are separating you with this person. For some of you, this person either has to travel, like there is like an event initiated in one of your lives, and one person is moving away from the other, or it's just inevitable. You cannot keep the connection going because of external circumstances. It almost seems external, but actually it is guided by your spirit team of guides, and specifically the main guide here is someone on the other side that you knew. Wow, the Creator. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful card. The Bridge. Look at that, you guys. And the Gem. Okay. Wow. So, okay, let me take some time. Now, the most obvious things for some of you, this person was an artist, bilingual or multilingual person, or someone who was really deeply into accessories and jewelry and fashion. Like there's something significant about fashion and jewelry here. Now these are kind of like specific messages for one or two people watching this. Now let's get into broader terms, but simply not broader as in inaccurate or not meant for you, but just more collective. Okay. Now, wow, this person, is saying that right now you're being sent on a quest to discover really deep passions, to exchange experience with other people. You're discovering your creative abilities, your creative gifts. But many of you are guided in your heart space, towards your heart space. Many of you are guided towards centering yourself is what I'm hearing. Grounding and centering yourself, evaluating your life from a central standpoint instead of getting lost around the edges. You're kind of becoming the eye of the storm, you guys. And by seeing from that central perspective, you are making changes and improvements. The Bridge, with the Bridge, for some of you, what I'm hearing is going in nature is essential. I'm having visions of you taking walks in nature, and this is when your spirit guides and just these entities on the other side communicate with you best. But also the Bridge is simply that you are very connected. This pile number one, you guys are very connected with these people and beings on the other side trying to communicate with you. For some of you, there are actually creative visions being inspired in your consciousness through meditation, through mediumship. Some of you are bridging spiritual gifts such as mediumship with art. Maybe like you are intuitive artists, intuitive channelers through art, through color. I'm going to review the rest of the cards, and I guess bit by bit, the cards all together will communicate even more messages. We have the Four of Cups, the Emperor. I hope you can see all the cards. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. Oh my gosh, yes, the Knight of Cups. This is the creator energy. And the King of Swords. Indeed, you guys are discovering new gifts, you're discovering new crafty hobbies and talents. Some of you, I see you working on packaging, actually. Someone here on the other side is expressing deep regret for they feel like they held you back, especially if this was a parent. This is specific for someone here. If this was a parent, they might feel that they held you back by restricting you, by directing you in the wrong path, on the wrong journey, because they were too caught up in their own beliefs. Now, I do see that for some of you, there were authority struggles here with these beings on the other side, and you, for some of you, if these are spirit guides, you may feel like your spirit guides are a little too strict or a little too forceful. I do get a lot of like energy going out of control, actually, because you are trying to unsee it, you are trying to ignore it. Okay, and I'm getting that some spirits on the other side are getting just a little impatient with you, acknowledging the signs and especially acting upon them. So if objects are being moved, tossed around the room, or you're unable to find certain things, your spirit guides are trying to make themselves obvious. Another thing that I'm hearing, some of you have been rejecting a gift, or especially some of you have been rejecting love and relationships from the right people. And yeah, do not close your heart, okay? This is very, very important. This is very big. There is a huge energy here of a passed on loved one who feels like their connection with you held you back, it restricted you, and it still restricts you from living your best life or exploring or doing certain things. Some of you might have started a job or whatever in honor of a loved one. They don't want you to do that. They want you to do whatever goes out to you, whatever is your heart's desire, not what they asked out of you before they passed or whatever, or they don't want you to do what you believe is right by them. Like whatever you see to be doing right by them is actually not what they want you to do. You guys, they really want to offer you a powerful position. I don't mean this to sound egoistic or whatever, or to boost your ego, really, but your spirit guides want to offer you a higher position than where you are at right now. They're saying that you deserve freedom of experience, you deserve variety in your life. I feel like restrictions have been an issue in past lives, and your spirit guides and past on loved ones know this. They don't want you to restrict yourself in this lifetime. They want you to fully express everything. Now, let me repeat once again the zodiac signs I was picking up on: Libra, Virgo, Cancer, Aries. These are the biggest signs, zodiac signs that are coming through. They are also saying that take your time. What belongs to you. It cannot be taken away. I feel like for many of you guys, your position, your purpose, what belongs to you in terms of manifestation really is heavily protected and even hidden from other people. With the gem, it's almost like only you are handed certain keys to certain doors so you can access your treasures, your gifts, your blessings, and these things are protected by your lineage, by your ancestors, by loved ones on the other side. So, pile number one, I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys. I don't want to dig deeper into that because the messages can become way too complicated or collective, and I want to keep it as specific as possible, as detailed as possible, before it gets confusing, okay? So I hope you guys resonated with this. Please let me know in the comment section below, and if you want to support my channel, you know what to do. You can like the video, share it with friends, especially those who need a message from the other side at this moment, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I noticed something in my analytics. I recently became very nerdy, and I noticed that many of the views I receive are not from my subscribers, so I was like, oh, okay. So we have a lot of guests here. Well, make yourself comfortable and click on that notification bell, that subscribe button. Like, it doesn't take too much, right? So I hope you really enjoyed this, and I hope to see you in another pick a card reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So let's see what beings and loved ones and just people, entities, etc. Want to communicate to you from the other side. What are their messages and guidance? Now we have our light out, but I don't have any replacement nearby, so we're just gonna do a no candle reading. I guess your people on the other side do not like fire. They don't play with fire, I'm sure of that. A lot of witches here, huh? You don't like fire. Okay, so let's start off with these cards. I'm going to open them bit by bit, portion by portion, and then by looking at the overall picture, I'm going to channel a little bit more. So, sacral chakra, okay, this is the water element. Yep, we still don't like fire. Sacral chakra, 3 of cups, okay, and the 2 of cups. Oh my gosh, pile 2. Hold on, you guys have so much fairy energy, Sekhmet, so many goddesses, so many deities. This is really powerful, pile. This one is really prominent, aligned, centered, I want to say, in terms of focused, like the energies here are very, very focused. Now, let's see. So many orbs whenever I see the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is kind of like different people coming together, united, celebrating. So I would assume for most of you, those on the other side who want to connect with you, what I channel for now is that these are spirit guides. For many of you, these are spirit guides. These are fairies, elemental beings, really natural, like nature spirits. For some of you, I want to say something, and I don't know how you're going to take that or accept it, but if you feel like you have a twin flame, but then you feel like you struggle on a twin flame journey here in the 3D, or if you feel like you might have met your twin, but you're not sure, you've doubted it a lot of times, you think maybe it's a false twin, what I'm getting here is that you do have a twin flame that is your guide and connecting with you, but this soul did not incarnate on earth. The soul is on the other side right now. For some of you, this is for very few of you, okay? Please be aware before you take this message. For some of you, both of you were on earth, but you didn't meet, and one of you is now not here any longer. And you might have felt a kundalini rising, even ecstasy, freedom from your restrictions and physical material constructs that held you back when this person was transitioning. For those of you who, of course, had their twin incarnated but never met, and then, you know. So yeah, but you definitely have a twin on the other side, and I'm actually getting that for many of you, there are activations being sent to you. Your kundalini is really being stirred up. This soulmate, this twin flame on the other side is really helping with your ascension. So, I'm going to open the rest of the cards because these cards are just very soothing, very healing energy. But let me be very real and honest. When I look at them, they're so focused and similar and flowing together that I don't get a vision, you know, I don't get a specific message, I don't get... It's kind of like these beings who are coming through are very blurry, and I would assume for some of you these are beings from other planets or solar systems. I'm not getting a human vibe at all in these cards, to be fully honest with you. Okay, we have Malkut around the kingdom, and the angel of verdancy. Now, oh my gosh, we have a lot of nature, you guys. So for some of you, inner earth beings and animal spirits are really connecting with you. Strong shamanistic energy, strong, I want to say native energy. If any human energy is coming here from the other side, these would be your native, the natives from your ethnicity, the natives from your genetic lineage. They're guiding you right now to connect more with your culture, to connect more with your roots. I'm sorry if you hear this. Yep. Not sure if you can hear this, but if you did, sorry. These are also, actually what I'm getting is a lot of past lives, bleed throughs, I want to say. Many of you are right now receiving visions and downloads about your past lives, you guys, and you might be confusing some of it with the present. You might be confusing some of it with spirit guides, or like you receive visions of people that you don't know. This is you and your past incarnations. I'm channeling a vision quest, a shamanistic quest for my pile twos. Now, on a more positive note, many of you are actually contacting your soulmate before you meet. You are telepathically in your dream state, in meditation, even during yoga is what I'm getting. You are channeling details and messages and information about who your soulmate is. The castle. Look at all these greens. What the hell? The fault line. And the heart. Oh my gosh. There is so much like romantic things going on here. I cannot even. Now let me start with this one. Now for some of you, how these spirits communicate with you is during storms, electricity or power outs, you know, electricity going out, phone issues, technology glitching, lamps glitching. Honestly, with the castle and the fault line, just your house would be going crazy whenever these energies are present. And this reading, if you're experiencing this, the reading here is just a confirmation that yes, indeed, if you've been feeling like there are presences in your home and things are happening, you're seeing things at in the corner of your eye, or the TV is on and off on its own record. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. Now, actually, oh my gosh. I'm so glad I opened these cards because my intuition is finally kicking in. These spirits are no longer shy. I'm actually seeing that a couple used to live in your home and they are still enjoying their honeymoon phase, their love on the other side, however, but their spirits, their energies are present in the house. Nine of Pentacles. Now, here someone might have suffered from infertility. A spirit, you know, a person who lived where you live. Maybe this couple didn't have kids, maybe they couldn't have kids. And if you do, or if you are in a happy relationship, sometimes you may feel like, I know this sounds weird, but like you and your partner take on qualities and characteristics that are not necessarily yours, okay? This energy, you know what is super weird? I'm going to explain. Nine of Cups, okay, let me see. Six of Swords, Two of Swords reversed, and the Empress. Oh my gosh, yes indeed. So first of all, very strong feminine energy though. The feminine spirit here is much stronger, but what I want to say is, what I don't like is how unclear the energy was until, boom, they kind of showed themselves. They kind of were not shying away anymore. These spirits are not negative nor positive. They're simply human, Okay, they're simply human, but on the other side, and like any other human, they are imperfect. So I think that they unintentionally are forcing the house to still belong to them. They're forcing the people living there to act like them, kind of. The spirits are totally creating the illusion for themselves that this home still is theirs, still belongs to them, and that the rules in the house, they set them. Now, the feminine is definitely the stronger spirit here. You have a controlling feminine, I would say. If you suffer any addictions, or if you struggle with healthy diet and balance, if you're indulging, I want you to know that the female spirit here used to be like that, a bit more indulgent, and it's like you're mirroring her, okay? And that's exactly what I don't like. First, the visions, my intuition was very blocked. It was very foggy. I couldn't quite pick up on the energy. And now I'm sensing a lot of manipulation. Although the cards are exuding these beautiful green, pink colors, yellow, which is all the heart chakra. It's positive, it's health, it's healing. I am just getting this like kind of hidden, wrapped up in sugar-coated energy, okay? It's almost like the spirits themselves are sugar-coating the situation and them and their intentions, because they live in denial, okay? So for those of you who resonate with that, it would be best if you do some feng shui, or if you, first of all, really rearrange the house. Second of all, you can always call someone to cleanse the space for you. And third of all, really make it your own. Make this house yours. Like, you may feel like maybe once you moved here in this particular apartment, your style changed, or you decorated in a very unusual for yourself way. Well, that is because these thoughts were not yours. They were influenced by the spirits. So you really want to make this place your own. You really want to claim authority over it. Now, give me some time to kind of sit with the cards, because I feel like this narrative is explained, we're done, but I feel like there are more messages, so I will try to channel here. Okay, you guys, so for many of you, once again, I'm getting into soulmate stuff, but I think that the messages from the other side are messages from either your twin flames higher self, or your soulmate's higher self, however you want to label the connection. And this is for those of you who know your twin, he or she is incarnated in a physical body on earth. You know this person. And even if you have suspicion that this person is on the other side, still the messages can be applicable, okay? Now, their higher self is really encouraging you to connect with your feminine energy. Oh my gosh, I feel like so many of you have been suppressing your manifestation because you've been so preoccupied with your masculine energy, with your root chakra, with survival mechanisms, with giving to other people, this belief that you need to give a lot in order to receive. Their higher self is like, stop. Enter your feminine energy, regardless of gender. Your feminine energy is magnetic, attractive. You're simply pulling harmony towards you instead of going actively to create it. full moons and new moons are extremely important for the development of your soul, for gaining mastery over your reality. You're being taught by the spirit guides, and especially your soulmate's higher self, you're being taught when it's right to act and when it's right to just be passive. You know what I'm getting? Responsibilities or certain jobs might be taken away from your life. You may feel like you're losing money, but that is not necessarily the case. Okay, I do see much more pleasure entering your life, activities that are much more satisfying and heartfelt. We have the heart, rather than, it's not so much about money, okay? Really, Spirit is trying to communicate. Do not forget your friendships, do not forget your soulmates, do not forget your family. Many of you have been preoccupied with career, and that's why I think the Spirit, the other side, is trying to reach to you to connect again with your heart and with more of the holistic aspects of life. You're being reminded to take care of yourself as well, Pile 2. Some of you, this is not, I don't know if this would be considered message from the other side, but your inner child in the astral plane, is trying to reach out to you as well. I'm hearing here that many of you are healing from a rejection in love. Many of you created a very beautiful, almost perfect to the point of intimidation type of exterior after a rejection, and your spirit guides and your inner child are saying that this type of exterior kept you in a lifestyle that is no longer serving you. It's becoming a little unhealthy, a little toxic, and it's blocking a new beautiful relationship to blossom. So I do see this type of energy being removed by you having these experiences, these mystical experiences, these paranormal experiences that are meant to shift your focus, and they're meant to make you see that certain things are more important and valuable than this image you are trying to keep up with. I'm hearing unimaginably high expectations of you are kind of like a defense mechanism, protection mechanism, and also an excuse not to let people in. You may be called out to venture to new territories, to explore new cultures. As I can see, for many of you, your soulmate will not be from your culture, or this person coming in is not, it's almost like this person is from a different world, and your spirit guides, your higher self, your inner child, every entity on the other side that is connecting with you is trying to prepare you for that meeting. Some of you, I am hearing an ancestor coming through, apologizing for not leaving any inheritance for you, or not appreciating you, or they just feel like they did not give you what you deserve. They did not assign in the inheritance protocol, or however it is called, like contract, whatever it is, however inheritances are distributed. for whatever reason, some of you did not receive what you were supposed to, what you were meant to, and I do sense specifically a feminine guide who is very regretful of not leaving you what you deserved. I'm sorry, a feminine ancestor. I'm hearing that there was an ancestor here with a bias towards a sibling or a grandchild. And they are apologizing to you because they were biased towards the other grandchild or your cousin, or indirectly to their other child, which is your uncle or aunt, something of that sort in the family tree, in the family connection. Inheritance was not distributed righteously so, and this ancestor realized it only after they passed, because after they passed they saw on the other side the true colors of every family member, and they realized that they had wrong assumptions. Okay, especially if some of you lived away from family, and because of that you were never considered in the heritage distribution or whatever. Yeah, this ancestor is apologizing. They would either try to send teachers and mentors who would help you rise to the top, or a very wealthy partner so you can create something together. This ancestor will try to arrange certain things for you so that you can grow your abundance, so they can compensate you for what they didn't give you when they could have. Or someone here did not finish a promise and they will do anything for this to manifest before they transition into their next role in the spirit realm or into their next incarnation. They will first clear up and keep their promise. I don't know why I'm hearing cutting your hair is symbolical of a new journey, of a new fresh you, of rejuvenation. With the Six of Swords, I do see you guys moving on from any psychic attacks. Remember all that I spoke about? Any like psychic attacks from spirits connected to where you live, or for whatever reason attached to you. This is being cleared up as well. And this will happen because I feel like you guys will have a lot of things to celebrate. And your energy will shift to the point where these spirits can no longer be attached to you. So, Pile 2, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This is all I'm channeling for you. I hope you resonated with the messages. Let me know in the comment section below. If you have any questions, my email is in the description box. And if you want to support my channel, you can like the video, share it with friends who need their message from the other side, and subscribe to my channel. This would be super helpful, you guys. I hope to see you in my next pick a card reading. Once again, please let me know how this resonated, and I'm sending you lots of love and positive vibes, but I see a lot of positive things coming your way, so I can't wait for them to manifest in your life. Bye. Hello Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So let's see what beings and guides and loved ones from the other side want to communicate with you and what are their messages. So I will start off with these cards. Choose wisely. Suffering in silence. Oh my gosh, so many warrior spirits are on the other side, supporting you, holding you. You guys are fighters and winners. Spiritual strength, I cannot believe. First of all, you have such potent number 799. These are very spiritual and very, like, I want to say old soul type of numbers. So let's see. For some of you, you had a teacher who passed away. This teacher is definitely supporting you. They're supporting all of their students, but they're definitely with you, helping you make the right decision, helping you choose in accordance to your higher purpose, to your spiritual purpose. A lot of Lyran energy for my starseeds, and Orion and Sirius are coming through, like these three main. I know they're a little popular, so I don't mean to just throw popular starseed races or whatever, but I'm really picking up on them, especially Lyra, Orion, but I can see some more like Syrian souls here. But yeah, Lyra and Orion the most are coming through. Now, that's quite... that is quite interesting. Actually here, I'm channeling a lot of like higher dimensional beings, you know, not necessarily past on loved ones. We'll see if specific messages for specific people watching this come out in the rest of the cards, but for now, more general energies are really like your spirit team, and for many of you, I want to say your spiritual family, like the souls that have been connecting with you in all of your lifetimes, your spirit guides, but also family members from higher dimensions. These beings are connecting with you the most at this time. I'm seeing gold being very present as a metal that you may want to work with. I'm hearing also lapis lazuli. Many of you guys are light workers and you're very aware of that. And I'm getting that you have these higher forces supporting you and protecting you. Some of you might feel like you've been victims of your environment and you have all the spiritual support at this time. You're also being reminded that you're not alone, okay? Because many of you might feel this way, and many of you might feel like you want to give up on something. I'm hearing it's not about giving up on the path, it's just choosing a new way to continue the path. Kind of like when you're tired walking, take a bicycle or take an automobile, but do not stop. Continue moving forward. Just change your approach. Some of you are main spirit, mentor, spirit guide. Some of you in meditation either awakened very deep connection with a specific guide, a new guide came through, you established a new spiritual connection to a spiritual being. Something like this is taking place at a very crucial time for you guys, in a time of transition, in a time of, you know, deciding upon a new journey, a new path. But you need to really trust this connection, honor it, believe it, have faith, and surrender some of your pain and struggle to the universe. You don't have to take care of everything yourself. Some of you have been diving way too deep into wounds and shadow work that is unnecessary at this time. I just see many of you being wrapped up in beautiful energy bubbles while you sleep. Your guides are working on you, repairing your auric field. These entities from the other side are working on you when you are asleep to heal you and to raise your vibration. So sleep is very important, okay? Please make sure that your sleep schedule is on point. Wow. Zachariel, angel of memory. Netza, right leg, endurance. Endurance, look at this. Oh my gosh. You guys are carrying out a big mission, a big journey, a big purpose, and this new established connection with a spiritual being is activating your soul memory. It was something I was thinking to say but decided to leave it if it's confirmed, and it is. Many of you might be actually working in the Akash right now, in the Akashic records, in order to connect with the most authentic way to fulfill your purpose. So memory is being activated. Okay, you guys might have great revelations of truth that at first would be heavy because it's like, I don't want to accept this reality. So huge spiritual awakenings are happening here. I don't want to accept this reality. I don't want to believe that's the world I'm living in. But kind of facing reality helps you mold it, change it, bend it. But first you need to know what you're working with, right? It's kind of like, I'm hearing that for some of you, you're getting to know the enemy and your spirit team is helping you with that. Definitely warrior energy, big time, big time. And because I said you're working in the Akashic Records, you're actually working with guardians of the Akashic Records. So many of you are being called to go on a mental diet for positive thinking, perhaps, or kind of eliminating negative self-talk and things like that. To really watch your thoughts, you guys, because I see that you're guided to work in the Akashic Records. You're working with guardians, and in order for them to allow access to the information there, you need to have pure energy. Sometimes I struggle to channel the Akashic Records if my energy is out of balance, although this is what I specialize in, you could say, based off the services I provide. But yeah, even for me it can be hard sometimes, or I know I channel inaccurate stuff and I'm like, okay, this is not the information. I just know it so well because I can tell my energy is off. And yeah, these guardians are really helping you cleanse your mind, kind of limit the amount of information you're consuming, because it's not about the amount, it's about the quality of the information. And what I'm hearing actually here is that your guides, especially these entities in the Akashic Records, they're saying it's not about getting all opinions to make your own. It's just about getting to know that a certain field of consciousness exists. Once you drop into it, I'm gonna give an example. You wanna get accustomed, you wanna get to know art. It's not about learning every artist, every perspective on art, every possible opinion to make your own and to be an expert. It's really about knowing that art exists, and then your Akashic guides, they will give you all the information you need, all the information your soul resonates with, right from the Akashic records. So what I'm trying to say here might sound a little bit out there for some of you, but basically, if you've been trying to master something, to learn a new skill or whatever, once again, we spoke about changing the way you continue the journey, right? Changing your tools, your vehicles, but not giving up on the journey. If you've been feeling like you need to learn something new, I really want you to consider not so much diving deep into the books, although this is my favorite hobby and I love it and it's not bad at all. But what I see is that your guides right now want you to channel authentic personal information that is not tinted by any other entity or being who has channeled this in the past. They want you to connect with the pure Akashic data and to filter it only through your soul. And that's why they are encouraging you to not seek information of subjects of interest outside of yourself at this time at least, but to go inward and to meditate. 8 of Wands reversed. Now your brain activity might be a bit slowed down. Your communication, your expression might be a little off. You may feel like you get tongue twisters every second, every time you try to conceptualize new information you learned. That is because I'm hearing you're not yet in the position to teach something, but you're definitely on track when it comes to learning it and mastering it. So give yourself time. Before you pick up the fruit, let it ripe. 7 of Wands reversed. Okay, and the Ace of Cups reversed. Oh my gosh, hold on. So you are definitely resisting certain downloads, you guys. What did I say? That you don't want to acknowledge certain realities, you don't want to accept it or see it. I don't. The dead end reversed. The empty room. Oh, this is deep. Oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. Okay, and the Queen reversed. 5 of Cups, the Hierophant, Ace of Wands. Okay. This card. Whatever obstacle you're facing, this is not the end of the world, and it's not definitely the end of your journey. You need to empty your mind from expectations, empty your life from all unnecessary things, unnecessary lifestyle activities, unnecessary objects, unnecessary people even. With the Queen reversed, you have very interesting, like, Queen reversed and the Hierophant reversed. You know what the Queen represents to me, archetypally speaking? I don't really remember what the guidebook explained about the psychology of this archetype, but the Queen to me is kind of like the queen in chess. You know, it's not the king, it's not the main figure when it comes to like winning the game, but it actually is indirectly the main figure. And if you lose your queen, you're most likely gonna lose the game. So the Queen is that character, that authority behind the scenes, the authority that moves the authority. You know, right next to every strong man, every strong king stands a powerful queen. That quote is actually very meaningful and very on point. And it's not even about like feminism or feminine power or whatever. It's just a metaphor that I think is relevant to you at this time. And also with the Hierophant reversed, you guys are dropping teachers, authorities, any source of information that tells you how you're supposed to do things, because let me tell you, you want to do things how they're told. I can see this. Your soul is not made like that. Your soul is made to be a pioneer, and you've been trying to play it safe and kind of like shutting down your beautiful gifts of pioneering, paving a new path, paving a new journey. And that's why you've been facing closed doors. That's why you've been facing dead ends. And in order to free yourself from that pattern in your life, it is time to trust your own inner authority. So I would say the biggest communication from the other side comes from really these higher dimensional beings, from your higher self, from one main spirit guide, I want to say, like a teacher you've worked with very closely in many incarnations. Now let me pause, take time with the cards, and see what else the imagery has to tell me. Who is trying to communicate with Pile 3 from the other side? Wow. Some of you have been incarnated in a lineage of depth. Depth as in owing something to other people. Maybe your ancestors, even if they were rich and abundant, maybe they did not gain their abundance in a fair, humanitarian way. I do get some of you purposefully incarnated in a heavier, denser lineage to uplift it. Many of you guys are very connected with Christ consciousness, with the spark and the essence of holy energy, not in a religious way. Christ consciousness, basically, it's not about Christianity. It represents, how do I say it? Like the purest form of energy, the omnipresent consciousness. That is Christ consciousness. Light, ascension, the soul wanting to grow, evolve, and reach higher states of being, higher states of consciousness in the light, basically. That is Christ consciousness, striving to ascend into the light. And what I see is that your lineage has been pretty stubborn, and you've incarnated with the Ace of Cups. I do channel some a reference to DNA and genetics. You've incarnated in a lineage that lacked this Christ consciousness. Whether your lineage was religious or not, it doesn't really matter. Being religious does not make you ascended. It does not make you a light being. It does not make you aligned. So you are here with your kind of controversial belief systems, because I can see some involvement with alchemy and magic here. But it's very subtle for some of you, and it's just in the beginning stages for others. However, despite your controversial, I want to say spiritual background, you are channeling Christ consciousness into the lineage. So this is to say that despite your shadow, or what you perceive to be your shadow, and what you perceive to be heavily fighting against and battling, some of you have been really battling your own demons, really like doing that spiritual alchemy and purification. But despite that, you are a conduit for Christ consciousness. Okay, you don't need to be a perfect innocent human being all the goddamn time to channel Christ consciousness, to connect with angels, to connect with the light. So that's one thing that I see. You are I'm hearing a messenger, okay? Many of you are actually mediums yourselves, and you're messengers of, I'm hearing divine hierarchy and divine authority, divine justice, things like that are coming through. So you guys came on earth to fight for the divine right of every human being and every being, the animals as well. Like, I'm getting that you really came to debunk authorities, okay, by teaching people how to connect with the divine, how to connect with collective divine faired manifestations. So sometimes you guys might feel like you cannot manifest things, but actually what I see is that on a soul level, you're very involved with other people and what is right for all people. And you have these beliefs sometimes that you being rich or you being happy means that you're a bad person, or you're or that someone else is being sacrificed for your sake. These are actually beliefs that you need to transmute. These are the shadows, okay? I think that some of you deem certain desires, certain goals, dreams, visions, and comforts to be based and rooted in ego, which is not necessarily the truth. You want to be your happiest version, functioning at your ultimate potential to serve the collective, right? So I think you're transmuting these fears that you're a bad person if you do this and this and that, and you're definitely transmuting belief systems around how do I say, like, oh, I have to be miserable in order to show the world I'm fighting for a cause that is meaningful. You know how heroes in books and stories oftentimes have to go through challenges? While this is true, it doesn't mean that you need to live a miserable life. And this is something that's been in your lineage, and this is something you're transmuting for your ancestors. I want you to know that you guys, your ancestors are shocked by you, and your soul feels a little foreign to them. Your energy feels a little foreign to them. Not to say that they don't support you, they're shocked. They are also a bit unsure how to connect with you. And in actuality, I'm getting that some of you, you may come from a specific ethnicity, specific cultural and racial background, but the beings and the ancestors and the ascended masters you connect with are from a completely different culture, and that is because your soul really took on a challenge incarnating in your lineage. So an example, you are from a Native American ethnicity, but you connect with Asian guides, Asian mythology or Greek mythology or something like that, or vice versa, you know, whatever the case is for you. I want to say, with the empty room, some of you guys have been taken on board, on ships, for my starseeds here. You've been taken to specific places, really interdimensional, outside of time and space, where I feel like you were literally trained. I'm getting that, oh my gosh, wow, that's kind of deep. It may not resonate with everybody, it may be a little bit triggering, but some of you went through something quite severe. I'm getting like 3 to 6 months suffering mentally from something very heavy. During that period you were taken, and after that period it's almost like your consciousness started to perceive on such a greater scale. You were taken by your galactic family. They were like, okay, we need to help them, to aid their human physical body, because the light codes, the activations were heavy on you. The lessons were heavy on you physically. You might have underwent also dietary changes, like very sudden changes of lifestyle, changes of personality even. That is because you were aided by these higher dimensional beings, your galactic family, in channeling and embodying more of your higher self, but it took training and it took external help. Okay, because for many of you it was very, very important. It was a big event. The number 12 is coming up for you, so maybe this took place around 2012. It's very, very possible. I feel like many of you have been on this journey for quite a while. And because we have Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands, once again, alchemy, you guys. Water and fire, the base elements in alchemy, in esoteric alchemy, I should clarify. You've been really, really connecting with this. And if not, I do see it in your future explorations. Oh, I'm hearing Mars coming through. Copper, like the metal. Copper is coming through. Zinc. Some of you should take zinc supplement, but that's a huge warning. I'm not a health specialist. I'm not a medical person, so like I have no idea what you need, so please consult your doctor. I'm just channeling. Some of you might have started taking zinc or some supplement that you needed. Also, because I'm channeling Mars energy, you guys are really about to embark on a very passionate, powerful journey, okay? And that is why certain supplements are kind of presenting themselves to you. You intuitively know, but of course always consult a specialist, a dietitian, or a medicine woman, a medicine man, someone who knows what they're doing, basically. But yeah, I do see you taking a specific supplement, really, to support your physical body, okay? Many of you are being taught how to support your physical body through these spiritual ascensions and through these spiritual ascension symptoms and changes and fluctuations. I love it because pile number 3, you are truly about to collect soul memories, and some of you don't even know how powerful your origin is and where you come from, and information will come to you, and I'm so excited for you to awaken to these powerful signs and facts and informations about your soul's origins, not just as in starseed origins, but basically your spirit, your essence, where you come from, what you want to do, what do you do in the astral planes. All things like that are being revealed to you. So you're basically connecting with your guides, galactic entities, your higher self, and Akashic Records guardians. So yeah, that is what I see for you guys. Pile number 3, quite esoteric. I hope you enjoyed this reading and you resonated. Please let me know, of course, in the comment section. I'm always super excited to hear what you have to say about the readings and about your experiences. So yeah, that is all I've got. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to support my channel, you can always like, share with friends, and subscribe. Subscribing and liking really help me so much, and I'm very grateful for those of you who take the time, the 3 to 10 seconds to do that. Thank you. I appreciate you so much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.